What up, though? It's your boy Nesto, Landing on Mars podcast. Very own, you dig? Now, bullshit to the side, it's your boy Nesto, Mr. Landing on Mars himself podcast. Yes. I just personally like to give a big thank you and a shout out to everybody that has subscribed, everybody that has viewed, looked at whatever I've done, looked at what I've been doing so far, from the day one subscribers to the now subscribers. I just really appreciate everybody. Like, real talk, I do. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. I'm just trying to make positive content, and I'm trying to make my content. I'm not trying to do what anybody else is doing. I'm just really trying to do me. I think when I hit about maybe 100 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a giveaway, so y'all be on the lookout for that. I'll make an announcement on how to enter the giveaway, just wanting everybody to continue coming back to my channel. But yeah, man, Landing on Mars, that's my baby, that's what I'm really staying focused on, chasing these interviews, like getting these stories, wanting to know people's success from beginning to the end, and not even to the end, from the beginning to now, because the end is we haven't hit that point yet, and I just want to like I say, give people their flowers while they're here, and they could smell them, and where I could celebrate them, and I could support them, and I could, pat them on the back and be like, hey man, y'all doing good. If I could be that little voice, and man, I'm gonna be that little voice, I find that like I love what people around me are doing. I love what people do in general, like when it's positivity, man, it's positivity, and I'm around a bunch of people that keep me positive. I'm very blessed to have found my beautiful fiance, and shout out to my beautiful fiance Ashley. She has brought something. She gives me a feeling that I never had, and I'm very blessed to be in the position that I'm in. And a lot of times for me coming from so much stuff, so many things that happened to me. Damn, that's 35 for you, man. If you're on 35, y'all be careful, man. It's ugly out here. But I feel a whole lot better. I feel like it's a feeling that I can't really explain, and it's not even one of those like cliche type of things. It's like, it's just real. Like when you find something real, you never want to lose it. And me, I'm always scared of losing. That's just me. I've lost a lot, and I'm always scared of that. But at the same time, I'm reminding myself that, hey, I got to be able to enjoy this, because if I'm not enjoying it, I'm always looking for the fall. When the fall happens, I can't say nothing because it was my fault. You dig? Like, it was me. It's my thoughts. It's me stuck in my world. And like sometimes you gotta break away from that. And I'm just, like I said, man, I'm just trying to be positive out here, trying to live, trying to just still salute people. And like I said, man, shout out to the people around me. Shout out to everybody that's doing something, and that's what it takes. It takes you getting up and doing something. That's just it. I'm on the outside looking in on a lot of things, and all I could do is be positive about it. I don't even want to say critique. I just be positive, give people positive energy, give people positive vibes. And like I said, it's not easy, because especially with COVID going on, not everybody is willing to sit down and have a conversation with you. Of course, with the vaccines and with things of that nature actually coming out, it's a whole lot different. Like it's still, you still have that worry about this, about that, and about ultimately getting the damn virus, So it's not easy to get these interviews, especially being engaged, having responsibility at work, having responsibility at home. Like, it's hard. It's hard, but it's worth getting these interviews. Having to make a schedule, having to communicate. I gotta make sure I let my fiance know what's going on, because I'm not that type of person that just lives off of instinct. Like before, when I was single, yeah, if I was chilling and somebody random called me like, yo, let's go do this. Okay, let's go. Don't have to let nobody know. Ain't got to tell nobody nothing. All I got to do is just get in my car and go. But now I'm at the point where I'm in a relationship. I'm engaged. So of course I'm going to tell my fiance what I'm doing, because that's just who I am. I believe in trust, I believe in honesty, and I believe in, communicating with my fiance. I think that's the most important thing in life is communication. When you communicate, conversation is what runs the world. If you could conversate with anybody, if you could talk, yo man, you good, man. And that's what it is, man. Like I said, it's your boy Nesto. I like anybody that I come around. If I leave a positive mark, then you know what? That's all I could ask for. And even if I leave a negative mark, maybe I didn't understand you enough to see things a specific way. You know what I mean? But hey, you live, you learn, you grow up, you move on, and you enjoy life, man. Because life, you only get one life, and I'm not here to let people, I'm not here to try to tell people what to do. To me, I'm just telling you from my point of view, like, man, you live life once. You only get one of these lives. You don't want to play with it. You don't want to mess with it. Like, yo, man, just be positive out there. Like, spread some positive energy, spread some positive love, man. Like, yo, I get motivated by what people do around me. Like, I get motivated by the people that I saw from back in the day, from waiting on albums to drop, now waiting on episodes to drop when it comes to podcasts, and yo, we have platforms that are here for us. It's just how you use it. Anybody could get a YouTube channel. Anybody could get an Instagram, a Facebook. All these platforms are here for us. They're here to communicate. It's a communication thing. If you could use these to get followers from different places and different sites of the world, yo, man, that's what it is. It's communication, and you're either gonna use it for good or you're gonna use it for bad. Everything, with rain comes the sun, with bad comes good, with evil there's angels, with social media, with the good there comes the bad. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. It is what it is. These are tools that we don't have to pay for. These are tools that are free for us. So it's like, if you had to think about, yo, I couldn't do it, yo, man, I'm here to tell you that you can do it, because this is not over for me. This is not the end of me. Until I'm breathing, I'm always going to love to do music. I'm always going to love to bring people to the forefront of life. I'm always going to love that. So as long as I'm loving that, I'm going to be able to continue to bring positivity, because I want to be a positive person for my fiance. I want to be a positive person for my family back in San Antonio. I want to be positive for my family in San Marcos. Like, I want to be positive for my job. I want to be positive for the things I have in the future for myself. If I'm praying for this and if I'm hustling for this, I cannot be scared of commitment. I cannot be scared of long hours. I cannot be scared of maybe 5 hours of sleep. I cannot be scared of that. I have to be ready for that, mentally, physically. I said I'm in the process of losing about, I want to say 30 pounds. I recently went to the doctor, and for a couple of months now, my stomach was hurting, got to the point where it was like, man, like, this shit just hurts. It hurts, So I went to the doctor. My doctor said I was fine. My blood work came back and everything looked good. Everything looked good on that end. But of course, my stomach still hurt. They tried giving me some anxiety medicine, stuff like that. Cool. But I went to a stomach specialist, and that stomach specialist told me, like, I had to go get an ultra scan. So I went to get an ultra scan. the results came back, and sure enough, I have a fatty liver. So for me to prevent scarring and for me to prevent more, now like I have to like really cut off fried foods. I gotta cut off a lot of fat foods, and I gotta eat a lot of high fiber foods. So that's what I'm going through right now. But I have a support system behind me, and a support team that is behind me, and I cannot fail. And that's ultimately what it is. I'm still at the process of knowing that, hey, when it's time to invest in something that I feel is right, I'm gonna do it. I even told my fiance, we're in the process of doing big things for ourselves, but I just want to be able to be that person that could be the right person for her, the person that I know I could be. Yes, I love doing my podcast. Yes, I love doing my music. I love my dogs. I love my family. I love what I do at work. You know, I love this shit. It's not, I don't do it because I'm just doing it. I don't work. I don't have the job I have just because I'm getting a paycheck. I love what I do. I love organization. I love fucking putting numbers together. I love what I do. When it comes to interviewing people, I love to get the inside of what someone had to go through to get to where they're at, and then what they feel they have to go through to continue to get further from where they want to be at. You know, man, like, I'm just trying to be a positive dude. You know, it's that boy Nesto, man. Just trying to give love to everybody. If you out there, if you waking up in the morning and you doing something, yo, I salute you. That's just it, you know. And like I said, man, when knowing that I'm in the position that I'm in, I'm making sure I'm eating healthier, making sure I'm cutting out the snacks. And yo, I'm a muncher. I love the munch. You know what I mean? I love the munchies. You know what I mean? Like my cousin Bob loves munchies. It wasn't a coincidence why he got that name. You dig? But real shit, you know. So now I'm at the point where I gotta cut all that shit. I gotta cut a lot. But ultimately, I say that to tell you and to tell the world is like, yo, man, you could do it. Don't let the hype fool you. You know, if you got a phone, you can record yourself, you can talk to yourself. Yo, man, you can do it. You can edit, learn how to edit. Everything that I've done, everything that I've learned, I did not go to school for. I've learned that shit. And ultimately, it takes a little bit of time to learn it. But if you're taking time to learn something for your future, you're not wasting time. You're investing that time. Anytime you take your time to learn something that's gonna push your future ahead, you invest in time. One thing you gotta understand is time don't stop for nobody. That's just facts. Time does not stop. Time does not wait. It doesn't pause. It doesn't do none of that. The way you could pause a movie, and in that movie, everything just stopped. Yo, time does not do that. So before you look up and you realize, yo, all these years done passed by, you know, now wake up and smell the coffee, you know, and enjoy it. Enjoy life. Grab it by the horns, man, and enjoy it. Just go with it, and man, just live. You know, I'm very proud of my platform. I'm very proud of landing on Mars podcast. Like, one of my homies hit me up telling me that was a dope ass name, and it was funny because I had some other names, and like I eliminated an equation. I'm not a real big drinker, so I eliminated that. And I went with another one, and I kind of jumped to it. But then, so when I jumped to it, I went to go do my research on the name. Well, sure enough, I found a couple of other people that had the name. So I was just like, oh man, I already got a logo. I already paid for it. I already did an interview, and it was one of those instinct type of things. And I was just like, damn. Talked to my fiance, and I was just like, man, this sucks, you know, this found out this, and you know, someone's using the name. I said, they've had it, you know, I'm not gonna take it. She was like, why don't you do something with Mars? And I was like, that's what it, and that's what I was thinking, but I didn't like say it out loud. So, and that's when I became. That's when I really came up with Landing on Mars. And Landing on Mars is just bringing people into my world and being able to feel free and express what they gotta express and say what they gotta say, and you know what I mean, give the ins and outs of what they went through to get to where they're at, and like I said, to further themselves. But I'm very proud of it. You know what I mean? Like real talk, I'm very appreciative of anybody that talks about it, anybody that, you know what I mean, like constructive criticism. You know, I'm here, man. Like, you know, like as much as I know, I'm still willing to learn something every day. I'm still willing to learn. I want to learn. So I have no problem with being critiqued. I have no problem with, you know, having a conversation. That's, like I said, that's what it comes down to, conversation. But yeah, man, Landing on Mars, I really appreciate y'all listening to what I had to say. You know, I'm getting more comfortable. You know, motherfucker, you know, hey, people looking at you when you're driving, they just want to be in your business. But I'm getting better at what I'm doing, and I really appreciate y'all taking y'all's time listening to this. And Landing on Mars podcast, man, we're coming out with some more heat. We're coming out with some more stories, you know, talk to some real interesting people, learn some things, and just keep this going. But it's your boy Nesto. Y'all have a wonderful day. Y'all be safe out there. Y'all love.